Hey guys, so if you saw Monday's video, then you might remember that my friend Nancy and I were planning on doing a collab thing, and really all we're doing is we're both wearing the same lip product in our video today. So she had selected the lipsticks, and on Monday we both wore Revlon Lip Butter Lollipop lipstick, and today she wanted to do Wild Watermelon. And we had talked about a bunch of different lipsticks, and these were two that we both had. And as soon as she said Lollipop and Watermelon, I was thinking to myself, oh boy, both of these are super bright, and Lollipop is sort of a blue tone bright pink, so I know I can pull that one off, but Watermelon, I don't think it looks that great on me. To me, this shade is sort of a cross between red and orange, and it's kind of a reddish orange, but it's definitely warm tone. And here's how it looks on me, which thank goodness it doesn't apply as crazy on as what it looks like in the tube. But I guess it's okay. But the only reason why I feel like I can just barely pull it off today is because I decided to go real neutral and simple with the rest of my makeup. I thought about it and thought about it for the longest time. Like, what would be something that I could do on my eyes that would be complementary to this? And what I decided to do was bust out 3 Wet n Wild singles that I have not used in a very, very long time. And I'm like, why did I wait so long to use these? Because I love the way it turned out. What I did for my highlight was I used the single Sugar, which is just a shimmery white color. And then on my lids, I did Bruelee, which is just a matte beige, I'm gonna say. And then in the crease, I used Nutty, which is a shimmery taupe. Now, the obvious choice for eyeliner would have been taupe, but I didn't want to go completely plain with everything except for the lipstick, so I used this opportunity to try another shade of those eyeliners that I talked about in yesterday's video, and I went with the Turquoise. Whoa! So that's what I have on, and I did lower lash line and tight line just to give it a little pop of color. So that's what the eye looks like today. And for blush, I was gonna go with like a coral or a peach blush, but sometimes if I'm doing coral or peach in one part of my look, I like to do pink, believe it or not, in another part. And I don't know why, but it's very complimentary. So I just decided to use every single color in my City Color Sunkissed Bronze Trio in Morning Glow, and let me tell you, I am getting so much use out of this thing. If I was going on a vacation or a trip or even just like away overnight, I would definitely bring this with me because I can use this every single product for my look no matter what I'm doing. So I have on the blush, the bronzer is my contour, and then the highlighter is my highlighter, my face highlighter. And when I first got this, I immediately knew that I liked the bronzer and the highlighter, but the blush I wasn't too sure about, but since I've been using it more, I have fallen in love with it. It's not the most pigmented, brightest color blush, but it's very complimentary, I feel like, on my skin and goes with any look. So I would buy this again in a heartbeat. This was, I think, $4 at Five Below. And yeah, I really love this, and I just keep it right on my table because I use it pretty much every day with everything that I do. Let's see. I also wanted to talk about, I started using this again. I had put this aside quite a while ago and I've been really loving this too. I'm gonna have to kind of like study my videos to see how it compares to other products that I've used, but I've gone back to using Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer and this is the one that says Eraser Dark Circles, and this is in the shade Light. And I have one eye that has a really bad dark circle on it, and then the other eye is manageable, and it has to do with like when I sleep at night. If I sleep for too long on one side and then roll over and switch sides, all the fluid like drains onto one side of my face, and that's what creates, well, at least I think that's what creates that really bad dark circle on this side. So instead of doing the corrector concealer thing, I've just been using a little bit of this because sometimes I feel like when I was using a lot of products under my eyes, it was creating a different kind of problem. Like it was covering up the dark circle, but then it was making a light colored mark under my eye, and it just, I don't know what looks worse, the dark circle or covering it up to the point where now you have like a white circle. So I'm trying to find a happy medium where I'm covering up as much of the dark circle as I can without it looking fake in the process. So I used this today. I think I might have used it yesterday too. But yeah, this is a pretty nice product. I'm kind of experimenting right now with some of my products that I was using every single day. I'm trying to switch it up and see if I can tweak it and make it better. And let's see. Today and yesterday I've been using the Wet n Wild Coverall Cream Foundation in the shade Light, and it's been quite a while since I used this. As a matter of fact, when I bought this originally, I think I had gotten some other foundations at that time, so I don't think I even showed it in a video because I wasn't really using it, but this seems to be a pretty good color match for me right now. I had mentioned the other day that sort of switching up my foundations and everything, trying to find a good fit for my color right now, because this always happens to me at the end of summer. I start to get darker, but depending on how much time I'm spending in the sun, I tried going with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick in Buff Beige, but I felt like that was too dark, so I'm trying to find something in between what I would normally use and the darkest shade that I have. So I think this ends up working out pretty good right now. And then I set that with the City Color Flawless Finish Mineral Powder in the shade Light. And that's what this looks like. And I think this works really well with this foundation. I think it's a pretty good match because even though this is in Light, it has a little bit of color to it. So I think these two products work pretty well together. I think that the Milani pressed powder that I bought the other day is just a little bit too light to work with these darker foundations, but that's gonna work fantastic for most of the year. And let's see, I think any other products that I didn't mention, I'll just put it in the description box. So I got 3 more shades of the LA Colors Expressions lipsticks, the new ones that are out at Dollar Tree now. And if I go to a different Dollar Tree, I like to check and see if they have any that I don't have, because, you know, they're only $1. And if you put them on over a lip treatment product, they go on fine. And it's the strangest thing because they're not a dry lipstick. I think they're actually pretty moisturizing, but for some reason they don't just glide on unless you put them on right over the treatment. So anyways, I got 3 more shades. I got Frozen Berries, which my friend Nancy would love this one because it's kind of this crazy purple color. And I'll swatch this for you. Oh yeah, Yep. Definitely a purple. So that's frozen berries. Sometimes the caps don't fit so great on these. So just heads up, if you do pick up any of these, I wouldn't throw any in your purse because that could be a mess. It's okay to leave on in your makeup collection, but I definitely wouldn't throw one in my purse. The next one I found was Dusty Rose, and I love these kind of colors. So this is right up my alley. I just feel like these kind of colors they're so versatile and they can go with so many different kinds of looks. So that's Dusty Rose. And then the third one that I found that was different than what I had picked up already was Pink Frost. And I'm kind of curious about this because whenever I buy a shade that's called Pink Frost, I usually feel like it's too frosty. But when I did a swatch of this yesterday, I thought that this looked pretty promising, but I really won't know until I have it on my lips. But this looks really pretty. But then again, it's a very light shade, so sometimes I can end up having a problem with a shade that's super light because my lips are fairly pigmented, so I don't know, but I'm really curious to try that. I'm curious to try all of them. I have, let's see, 3, 6, 9, I have 12 of these now, and I believe there's 15 total, but I most likely won't find the 3 that I'm missing because I have no idea which Dollar Tree I should go to find those shades, because what they seem to do is instead of carrying all the shades at every Dollar Tree, they just seem to send like 3 or 4 shades to any given Dollar Tree, and then they send different ones to different Dollar Trees in an area. But unless you knew like exactly which store to go to, nobody's gonna like drive all over the place looking for, you know, the Dollar Tree that has the ones that they're missing if they wanted to get all of them. It's really, in a perfect world, I have thought this so many times before, but in a perfect world, every store that carries makeup would have a store product locator button on their website, so you could just find the product that you were interested in, and then it would tell you the store closest to you that had that product in stock. Now some of the stores do that, which is awesome, but not that many. And I really appreciate the ones that do. Target is one that does it. Walmart is one that does it. And let's see, is there anybody else? Walgreens. Walgreens is the other one. And I really appreciate that aspect of, you know, showing you which stores have got the product that you're looking for, because it sure does come in handy. That feature that they have gets me shopping in those stores. I wish that all the stores did that. I wish it was like mandatory or something. So that's it for today, guys. Keeping it simple, and if I don't see you over the weekend, because I don't usually make videos on the weekend, last weekend was an exception. I just posted those videos just showing you where I went because the places were so pretty, and I love to you know, get out and go different places and enjoy summer while we still have it, because there isn't that much of it left. And if you know anything about New England, you know that we don't get a whole lot of great weather in this part of the country. So I really appreciate summer while it's here, and try to get out and enjoy some of the nice weather and see some of the pretty scenery, because the rest of the year it's cold and miserable. So if I don't see you over the weekend, then I'll see you next week. Bye.